Sonya here. Hey guys, I'm back again, and there's a lot of great news in this video. There's a lot of good stuff going on, so stay tuned to listen to all of it. But the first thing, the greatest news of all, I'm back. That's right. Especially after the last video, I wasn't really sure if I was going to come back. It was a bit shaky there. My studying and my playing habits were deteriorating. I wasn't even uploading videos pretty consistently, so things were not going well in terms of my poker playing habits. But after filming the last video, I thought a lot about it, and I kind of recalibrated my goals and my priorities to make sure that I really focused on studying and playing online poker because I knew those things were important to me. And I'm happy to report that I did exactly those things. So let me show what I've done with you guys. So let's start with pre-flop first. Pre-flop time. That's right, I'm at the corner of the screen. I figured out how to do that. All right, let's talk pre-flop. So the first thing I just wanted to mention about pre-flop is so confusing as a beginner because the resources out there are very conflicting. If you ever look up pre-flop charts as a beginner on different courses, all of them are going to say, oh, no. We understand that pre-flop ranges are confusing. Here's ours. And then you'll read it and it's like, oh, you open all suited aces or something. Okay, cool. Like under the gun. Then you'll go to another one, and the other one's like, don't open all the suited aces under the gun, it's too marginal, do this instead. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I'll do another one, and this one's like, well, you should do a lot more pairs, less this, less that. Like, all of them are so radically different, and like, some people will say like, well, these are all the marginal hands. But it's like, yes, but as a beginner, it's like, I don't understand that. And also, it's like the marginal hands are what make your pre-flop range. It's like, if you're going to sit here and tell me like you should just play aces, kings, queens, jacks, like ace, queen, ace, king, right? It's like, that's really easy. I don't need a pre-flop range for that. I just know that. It's like, the whole point of learning the range chart in the first place is to understand where your margins are. And so when everybody defines the margins differently, it's like very confusing. So the first range that I decided, like way back then when I first was studying pre-flop ranges, I'm sure I had a video on it back then. I got it from some website. I'm not really sure where I got it from. It's a very nitty range. And so here's the range. Let me actually show you guys. It's in my Equilab. I had it saved because I wanted to study it. So here's my under the gun range. As you notice, it's very nitty. I'm only opening up 10% of hands. It's sixes plus. It's ace 10 suited, ace jack unsuited, king queen unsuited. Offsuit, I should say. But yeah, like this is a pretty nitty range, and it worked for me at the time, and because it was easy to memorize, it was less hands, and also like I think me playing wide when I was newer was not going to work out well for me. So I'm really happy that I had this strategy. Let me actually just show you guys the rest of the range, just if you're curious. This is hijack, so just a little bit more. We add an ace 9 suited, ace 10 offsuit, you know, all the suited broadways, 10-9 suited, Cutoff, we open up a little bit. Now we have all the suited aces, ace 9 offsuit, king 9 suited, queen 10 suited, a lot of suited connectors, a lot of suited gappers, all the pairs. Right, so this is like pretty big, 22%. Here's the button. The button's pretty big, 35%. All the pairs, all the aces, all the suited connectors that are reasonable, most suited gappers, right? So we have a lot of hands here. And then let's look at small blind. It's shrinked. Yeah, exactly. That's what the chart told me to do. And actually, if you'll notice, I'm going to switch to cutoff right now. Get ready. Don't miss it. Yeah, it's the same range. So I have no idea. Like, I remember this is another thing that was confusing me. If you look up ranges, small blind a lot of the time tends to be wider than button, but sometimes it's not. And the rationale people will give you is that because, well, small blind's out of position, like you're newer, you don't understand, and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm just like, again, like, I don't know, and I'm sure someone will tell me, well, it's this way because of this, but I promise you someone else will tell me it's this way because of that. And it was very confusing to me. I'm like, I'm just going to follow the chart and not think about it. And then as I've gotten better and I've understood pre-flop charges a little bit better, I kind of developed a little bit better of an intuition, and so I decided to go a different path in terms of my ranges now. The thing to note with this range that I was doing is I was always raising 3 big blinds, regardless of the position. And my thought was, if I'm playing tight, I should put more big blinds in because I'm playing a good range, so I want more money in the pot. I thought that made sense, and I thought it was a great way to punish the 2NL players online who are all playing tight. And we're like, well, I'm going to play tight range, and I'm like, you only raise 2 big blinds, I'm going to raise 3, so I'm going to get more money from my good hands. That was my thought. Well, I'm a losing player, so that hasn't worked out well. Now let's talk about the new ranges that I have. So I went on GTO Wizard, and by the way, GTO Wizard, recommend it to everybody. I just got this for studying pre-flop. I gotta say, like, it's the only like poker resource, in my opinion, that like feels quality. Like, no offense to the other poker courses, but like they all need to do better. Like Upswing, PokerCoaching.com, even I like a lot of them. Like Run It Once, like I like all of them in terms of the content in some ways, but every single time I consume the content and go on their websites, it always just feels low quality, and they're always charging you like $1,000. It's like, how are you charging me $1,000? Your website like doesn't work well. Like it just feels very janky. When you watch the courses, it's like I pay $500 for this guy's poker poker course, and he's sitting in his room, like just recording like with PowerPoint slides. It's like, listen, I get it, like the value of his information is high, but it's just like, it just feels like at a certain point you have to up your production quality if you're charging people that much money. If you're gonna charge me $50 for a course, then that's a great price. That's why I really like the From the Ground Up course by Peter Clark. $50, perfectly reasonable for the production quality I got. But now if I'm paying $3,000, I expect the production quality to be a lot higher. I expect everything, like no typos, like very clean cut, no like uhs and ands. Like I know it's a lot, but it's a $3,000 course, and I'm expecting to get a lot from it, right? And so I just feel like every single like poker like resource is just kind of and then this is the only one that's like pretty good. Yeah, and also if you go and watch any of the videos on GTO Wizards YouTube channel, you read any of their blogs, you use any of the tools in their website, it's just every single one feels like someone put a lot of attention into it. It's very high quality. Just the product in general is just very chef's kiss, just excellent. I really like it. I got the basic membership. I'll probably get the later ones at some point once I'm like gonna actually start using those like resources, but for now, like basic's good for me. I just want to play around a little bit and kind of use the driller a little bit. But yeah, let's actually like dive into what pre-flop charts I decided and like my methodology behind them. So first of all, here are like the inputs that I put in. So 100 big blinds, simple bet sizes. I don't want to overthink it. NL10. I think I ticked any cash drop. And then opening size. Opening size was important to me because I was like, well, should I do 3 again? And I was originally planning to study 3. And then I thought a lot about it. And I thought a lot about like my mentality on why I chose 3, like how to choose certain bet sizes. Now, people say it's largely irrelevant, and it's probably true. But when I play NL2, people are in general pretty skittish, and they kind of try to get away from you a lot of the time. It feels like people only really want to play like the nuts, or like sets and better. Like that feels like the only time I'm ever going to get to a river and someone's going to showdown with me is like if they have a set or better in L2. Like if you see my red line, I'm always like, my red line is like going up, but then my blue line's so bad because I'm not a great player, but like I'm trying to be aggressive, and it just feels like people in NL2 like are really like just fold all the time. And so I need to adjust and be more aggressive and open wider because they're all tight. And so my thought process before, where I was like, oh, I'm gonna open 3 big blinds and I'm gonna open up a tight, strong range, is not gonna counteract their strategy of opening tight and passive. I need to open up wider, and I need to attack them more and steal the blinds a lot more. Because if people are indifferent to my bet sizes of 3 and 2, they're only gonna call with good hands. Then screw it, I'm just gonna open up a lot more hands and make it 2, so that way when I open up a stupid hand, or like, you know, a marginal hand like Queen 2 suited on the button, at least then I'm not gonna get as punished because I put 1 less big blind in, but I have still the same chance, but I still have like a better chance actually of stealing the blinds because I would have opened up Queen 2 in the first place. And so that's my thought process going forward. So now I'm actually gonna start opening up 2, because I think it's just a much better strategy. And so I'm just gonna be doing the GTO Wizards pre-flop charts, but with 2 big blinds. As you see, there's frequencies here. I understand this is like a GTO thing. I decided that I'm not doing frequencies. I've seen a lot of people of like try to do frequencies, like, oh, I flip for this and I flip for that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not fucking doing frequencies. Like, I'm just not sitting here and remembering that King 4 is like 3.7%, or like even like the easiest one you could possibly do is like a 0.5% one, like Queen 8 suited or Queen Jack. It's like I'm not capable of remembering like half percentages. Well, like, I am, but it's just like it's too much. Like, come on, this is just ridiculous. Like, this feels stupid. And so I just kind of like consolidated a lot of these. So it's like King 4, like no King 4, like Queen 8. Okay, I'm doing Queen 8. And like 10-9, I'm doing 10-9, but these I'm all just skipping because they're so low in frequency, I'm just not going to do them. Like these 2 I consolidated into like King 10. I can't remember exactly what I did. I have them in Equalab here, but I just in general I consolidated the frequencies into just like I'm opening it or I'm not to make it a lot easier on myself, but I still kept the opening percentage the same, so it's the same thing. But yeah, I'm just like, this is like my new charts going forward. I'm really happy about this, and the one that I'm really most happy about is button. Look how much you open on button. This is such a dream for me. I hate like folding most of my hands. I get to play way more. I get to be more aggressive. So I'm actually really excited about playing this range, about being able to be more aggressive. And so yeah, I think I'm just going to play a lot more solid pre-flop, playing these ranges. I think it fits my style more. And so yeah, I'm really happy about the studying that I've done. I think it's going to help me a lot, and I'm expecting good things going forward. All right. Now that we've finished talking about what I've studied, let's actually move on to what I'm going to be doing going forward. I'm not going to really be talking about what I've done in terms of play this last couple weeks. I haven't really tracked any of it. It's been a mess. I'm losing. Like, life sucks. Whatever. Poker sucks. Okay, so whatever. I'm not going to talk about like how I suck at poker. Let's talk about my plans going forward. and what I'm doing. So first of all, awesome news. It's been 3 months since I've started recording and playing poker seriously. Woo! It's not exact. I'm feeling this video is probably going to be coming out a little bit later than I'm filming it. But I started studying and playing poker November 12th, and it's February 5th. So almost 3 months, but it's 12 weeks roughly. But it's in that inflection point. And why I think that's interesting is because I feel like it's been enough time that I am now ready to start the 10K challenge. Yes, it's time to start the 10K challenge. Yeah, I've been talking about doing this for a while. The first video was like, it was in the title, so everybody was like, oh, 10K challenge, like that's what I was talking about. But I said that I'm not going to officially start it until later into the series when I feel more comfortable playing, when I feel more ready to do it, when I feel like I've gotten like my punches in, like I've gotten cooler and I understand how flushes work, like when I just kind of got the general gist of the game and understood strategy more than like watching 5 Daniel Negreanu videos. When I understood more than just that, I was ready to actually start the 10K challenge. I also wanted to start tracking, I wanted a bankroll, I wanted all these things in place before I started. And so, yeah, I'm officially starting the 10K challenge. On the next video that you see, that will be me starting to actually show you guys like where I'm going, like my results for the week. Like it's going to be a lot more interactive, these future videos, because I know these last videos have just been like, I studied a thing, I played poker, I'm not going to show you anything, peace. Now I'm going to try to like be a lot more visual in these videos, a lot more showing you guys what I'm doing, a lot more showing hands. And hopefully, going forward, actually vlogging a little bit more. I don't vlog. It's kind of weird for me to like film at a table, but I kind of want to show some hands at a table at some points. Maybe I'll get better at it in the future, because I know that's entertaining for people. It's like getting to see me actually playing hands in live and seeing people's reactions are much more fun than like me just telling you I won $500 or I lost 1,000 or whatever. So that's going to be a lot more entertaining. So that's my plan going forward. Yeah, also I'm creating a bankroll. It comes with like starting the challenge. So the bankroll that I'm choosing is $5,000. I play 1-2 and the buy-ins are 100, 300. I min buy for 100, so 50 buy-ins seems pretty reasonable. If I lose 50 buy-ins, I'm just terrible. There's no excusing it. I don't think that's variance at that point. And I think that if I lose my bankroll, honestly, I'm going to probably take a break from live poker for a decent bit, probably a couple months, and just try to grind online and study a lot. And then, I'm going to also have to like make money from my job again to build up that bankroll. So I'm going to have to recover and then also improve so that doesn't happen again. But we're not focusing on that, but that is like the worst case scenario. But yeah, we're doing 5,000. Why I chose 5,000? It's all the money I had basically, so it's 5,000 it is. I have a job, like I pay for things, but I don't really have a lot of like money. Like the 5,000 is pretty much all the liquid wealth I have. I have like other finances. I'm not like bankrupt or anything, but I don't really have a lot of money just laying around. I'm not rich or anything. There's a reason why I need to make 10K. So 5K is pretty much all the money I have laying around. And I think that's also just like a perfect number. It's pretty. 50 buy-ins is nice. So 5K is what I'm starting with. We're going to try to spend up to 15K to complete the challenge. This includes like all the minuses that you get. So like I'm minusing rake. I'm minusing like, tips and stuff like this. Like I'm minusing all that stuff. And it's just like after all said and done, just profit, my bankroll, 5,000 to 15,000. That's the goal. That's that's when this challenge is completed. So hopefully you guys stay with me on this journey. It's going to be super awesome. Let's see, what else do I got? So also with the channel going forward, I'm going to try, the format is going to be changed a little bit. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to try to record these videos in a way that's a little bit, each video should be a representation of what I did the last week. And so I want people to follow me along the journey of trying to get to 15K, trying to win the 10K challenge, right? And so every week I plan to update you guys on all my sessions. Oh, I'm down 1,000 for this week. Oh, I'm up 500. Here are some important hands that I played. Here are like the stats of my live results, but also here are the stats of my online results. Coupled with the fact that I'm starting this 5K challenge, I'm also now seriously trying to win online poker. Before I kind of been punting a lot, I'm playing stupidly a lot of time. Now I'm like seriously treating it. I'm starting with a $100 bankroll. I play on ACR 2NL, so it's probably the hardest website to play on. But $100 bankroll is also pretty fine. It's like the same thing, 50 buy-ins. 50 buy-ins for both seems fair. Also, like, I think I have enough experience on online that I think I actually am capable with these pre-flop charts with playing a little bit more reserved, not being too crazy, but still being aggressive. I think I actually can finally win 2NL. I really want to win 2NL. It feels like it always eludes me. It's like, I don't know why I can't beat these people. They always fold all the time until they have the nuts, but somehow that keeps winning against me. So I really want to get better. I want to win to an L. I want to win 10K in live, and I want to bring you guys along that journey and update you every single week. So the videos are going to get better going forward. The content's going to get better. Also, my poker journey is going to get a lot better. So everything's really great. So yeah, I'm really excited. It's a great time to start this 3 months in to the journey. We're officially starting the 10K challenge. We're officially making this this channel better. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys stick around. Please watch the next video because it's going to be a lot better. It's going to be the start of my journey. So yeah, this is it for me, guys. Hopefully I see you guys in the next video. This is Froggy.